some people they told that we are not able to follow Bangla. So such type of things were there, but because this particular training is at all India level, so and mainly it is meant for farmers and rural youth. Of course, it's not very nothing like any we are buying for those who are qualified persons, but we are taking participant those who can adopt this technology and start by their own. This is the idea, and it is for generating self-employment, and they can start cultivation. They can become manufacturer of greenhouse fabricator. They can be the consultant. They can be stockist, also dealers for keeping material. So all variety of people, those who are attending, including students, they are welcome. There is no restriction for the people, those who are joining, but mainly we started this training program for rural youth and farmers so as to improve their income, not only by cultivation, but they can become by their own, they can fabricate their greenhouse. So, Dr. Rajendra, I will be talking in English as well as mixing with Hindi in case of, okay, and I will go slow. Maybe I will not be able to cover entire thing related to greenhouse because 2 hours is not the adequate time. But I would like to give them fundamental basic understanding about the greenhouse. And once they get acquainted with the technology and about us, about ABIC, about the IIT Kharagpur, so we can, it's not, it is a beginning and of this thing, and we can always contact them. We can always be, I will be available with them through email, and so that any information, anything required, I can talk to them at later stage. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Now you can take the session.
Anything else you want to tell, and or I should start?
Yes, sir. I'm just telling. Yeah. Good evening, all the participants. Thank you for joining again today, the day 7. In continuation to the day 1, Professor K.M. Tewari, sir, from Agriculture and Food Engineering Department, Emeritus Professor. He has given on day 1 on micro irrigation, and the topic was micro irrigation and protected cultivation. Sir is going to continue today also related to the protected cultivation. As sir has mentioned that he will be giving the highlights of the different cultivation practices in protected cultivation. Please interact with the sir, and you can get the information related to the protected cultivation as sir suggested at the beginning of this particular session. Thank you, sir. Please take over, sir. And if anybody is there who is facing a problem related to the Hindi, you can also just mention that. Thereby we can, sir will be continuing on both English as well as Hindi language during the session.
Is it available there?
Not at shares.
Not at
yeah.
Right now?
Yes, sir. It is there, sir.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, you can put it in full screen mode, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in full screen.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Yeah, please.
Thank you. So, as I, told that this technology, micro irrigation and then protected cultivation technologies, these two topics I dealt, are going to deal, means first topic I already dealt and this topic I will be dealing basically. The idea is to disseminate information, whatever information available with us, as well as from other part of those people, those who have done in this area. I will be sharing information among you so that you can learn about this technology. When the name it has come protected cultivation means protecting the crop against adverse weather condition. Against adverse weather condition, maybe due to high rainfall, due to extreme cold, due to extreme, hot, high solar radiation, and that causes high temperature, or your bad weather due to hailstorm or the snowfall. This kind of a situation when it comes, the crop it gets fully damaged, and the means we are losing the entire crop. So we need to, if you grow plant under protected environment where you can regulate the temperature, you can modify humidity, you can modify light as per the requirement of crop, you can get better quality of produce, higher productivity, off-season cultivation, efficient use of resources. Resources means irrigation water, nutrients, or any other, your micronutrient. This can be basically one can use, the plant can use efficiently. One can have control of the insect and pest diseases, and this technology is suitable for means small or marginal farmers, or even for the large farmers, those who have got the large holding, they can also do. So these are the some of the specific importance about the technology, and therefore protected cultivation is beneficial. When we say about the protected cultivation, it could be a greenhouse, it could be shed net house, it could be the low tunnels, it could be a rain shelter. So when we talk of greenhouse, it is a framed structure. This frame can be made up of steel, it can be made up of bamboo, it can be made up of the wooden structure. So and that structure is covered with the plastic film, which is a transparent, and inside the structure the plant can be grown, and one can control fully environment or partially one can control the environment. What you are seeing here in the bottom, these all these figures what you are seeing, these are the greenhouse we have constructed here. We have not given this construction work to any outside people. It is constructed by our own people based on our requirements. So we constructed these greenhouses as per our requirement. Our postgraduate students, means master's student, PhD student, they have carried out their research studies, and the crop which you are seeing inside the greenhouse, one is Gerbera crop, another one is Dutch roses, and then capsicum. These crops which you are seeing, these are all the research studies that has been conducted at postgraduate and PhD level, and these data are available with us. These are the three crops only what I am saying, but there could be large number of crops that can be grown. Capsicum, tomato, cucumber, cabbage. What you are seeing, the strawberry, carnation. I mean, there could be variety of crop that can be grown, which are high value crop, which are fetching higher price. Walk-in tunnel or rain shelter. Sometimes we also call it as a rain shelter, where these are, as far as the size is concerned, these are smaller in size, 8 to 10 meter width, or and then they are meant for growing the nursery. These can be also crop can be also grown, but mainly nurseries and all other other crop that can be made, and the structure is made up of GI pipe on which the polyethylene film is or covered, and then in the side which you are seeing the insect proof net is kept over there. Here also this structure which we are showing, which you are seeing, our crop is grown inside the poly house or walk-in tunnel. Shed net house. Shed net house, it is covered with the plastic net. Means when we want to cut down the solar radiation, particularly during summer month, and we want to control the light, so the shed net houses are means in place of plastic film. Here the threaded nets, plastic threaded nets are used as a cladding material. We have modified the greenhouse also, where this shed net is kept on the top, and then the plastic is kept at 1 meter below and then that is how we did, and we had cultivated the rose plants inside. A shed net can be used for when there are the plants which need lesser light, say your beetle vine, pan. Here in Bengal, it is known as a palm borage. So, house, a typical, palm borage, it is made up with the thatched material, means your coconut as well as the spready straw. That material is used as a covering material. This is a conventional way. Now, these conventional things which has got not the uniform light to pass through, that can be covered with the plastic net, and this is coming up very well. Life is long, and then the productivity is also high. And this inside the greenhouse which we are seeing, this particular net house which we are seeing, and the beetle vine cultivation, this is also we made in our IIT Kharagpur, our own, this material. A low tunnel is specifically, this could be used for seedlings. This could be used for various other, crop, to protect the crop from the frost, hail, as well as the crop advancement by 30 to 40 days. So particularly where there is of course, hailstorm is a difficult, though it is written hail, but I do not support, because this particular film is very, thickness is in the order of about 25 to 50 micron, not more than 50 micron. So as such it is, but it is protecting against the frost. And then the temperature is rainy regions, and but this part of the season the temperature goes sub-zero, and to grow crops you may see in Leh region, thousands of hectares of the land is covered with the low tunnels, and then the crop is being cultivated in these regions for this purpose. Now you are seeing a greenhouse. Here it is a framed structure. Again, it is being told, and this is a typical greenhouse which has been constructed at IIT Kharagpur, and you are seeing here. This is a star-tooth shaped greenhouse, which is of this we constructed. This is 6 meter span, and 4.5 meter height, and then we wanted to economize the size, bring down the cost so that the total material required for the construction can be reduced. And you are seeing here the how the gerbera is being grown inside the greenhouse. So this design we made it, and then we have cultivated gerbera as well as. So a greenhouse practically it is a structure which is covered with the transparent film, or it could be film, it could be a polycarbonate sheet or any other covering material where the crop temperature inside a convenient environment can be created. Now you are seeing a typical, what is why we call it a greenhouse. It is a greenhouse effect is being created because solar radiations of approximately 1000 watt per square meter radiations are passing through a transparent film, and then what happened when it passes, these short wave radiation converts to the longer wave radiation, and that causes the rise in the temperature because it is covered. So these lights and these radiations are unable to escape from the greenhouse, that causes a rise in the temperature, and this effect is a artificial greenhouse effect. Natural greenhouse effect is different, but this is a artificially made greenhouse effect, and to a certain extent sometimes this becomes a problem. So we are providing enough ventilation to remove the hot air from inside the greenhouse. So this remains, that's what it is shown, that when it goes there, it tries to come up the temperature, but again, because it is trapped inside, so this causes so it is trapped inside, and that is the known as the greenhouse effect. So depending on the transparency, greenhouse cover allows solar radiation to pass through, but traps thermal radiation, which we call it long wave radiation by the objects, and within the structure thus causes the increase of temperature inside is a greenhouse effect. Now these greenhouses can be classified depending on the type of shape of the structure, what is the type of cladding material it used, what is the type of material structure it is used, and what is according to the type of ventilation it has been provided. There could be a multi-span, there can be, there are different kinds of structure. You can see multi-span, sawtooth shape, wide span, pitched sawtooth with permanent ventilation, arced sawtooth with permanent ventilation, arced wide span, changed tunnel, single tunnel, chained tunnel. So there could be different shapes, and depending upon the requirement, these structures are used. You may find in commercial greenhouses, you may find sawtooth type of greenhouse or pitched sawtooth permanent ventilation, or this kind of structure. They are commonly used as a for cultivation of the crops. You can see here, this is a multi-span greenhouse. We were seeing a different, this is a wide multi-span, means this is one span, then from here you can see this is another span. So this is a multi-span, this is a wide span, means width of the span has increased. So wide span greenhouse was developed to bridge the large area with few columns. Two-sided continuous means depending on the requirement, size, and to see the stability of the structure. So these kinds of greenhouse structure is used. Roof ventilation, you can see here, the ventilation is provided at the top. Besides, the ventilation is given from the side, and then when hot means the outside, cold air it goes, and because of the low weight, low mass, the hot air it comes and then it blows out. So this is a arced sawtooth shape greenhouse. So roof ventilation alone provide 25% of the total ventilation of the covered area. This is a common problem in greenhouse during summer month. Ventilation is a very important component, and then the such ventilations area of the ventilation area is tried to increased because of the high temperature that develops inside the greenhouse. These are the typically, experimental greenhouse. Maxi vent means you vent greenhouse. You can see here naturally ventilated means the provision has been made that there is no other forced ventilation by using. So this is a and then in this gutter ventilation, this has been provided, and in the back you may find that this kind of a thing it is provided where the pad is provided. So mechanically induced or ventilated fan pad ventilation. So fan pad kind of a thing it is utilized for removal of the hot air from the greenhouse. Greenhouse for the tropics and subtropics. Basically, such structures are constructed to withstand wherever rainfall is high wind speed exists. For that region, it is necessary that our structure should withstand the wind speed, and also the UV radiation, ultraviolet radiation. This can be also minimized, or this UV stabilizer is added in the film in order to increase the life of the film. A naturally ventilated greenhouse, it is means there is it is a stub type anchoring foundation. And normally height is within 6 to 7 meter. Gutter height is about 4 to 5 meter, and 20% of the total area, greenhouse floor area, is used for ventilation purpose, and the apron height is 1.2 to 1.5 meter. See, we are giving more emphasis because the problem. So ventilation is a very important task. What you are seeing that it is from the side as well as from the top, the hot air is blowing out. So that is the purpose. So here there is arrangement mechanically. One can open the with the curtain, and which is and this curtain basically it is kept open during summer month in order to remove the hot air from the side. Of course, this side also it is covered with the not shed net, is your insect proof net. So to remove the hot air. When we are selecting site, means when we want to construct a greenhouse, there are some certain considerations one should see. That the area should be leveled, means it should be level ground, and it should not have water stagnation. Okay, and then it should have the shadow free, means there should not be shadow of the building, there should not be shadow of the trees, otherwise photosynthesis will be a problem. there should be adequate water availability, and then it should have access to road. There is a provision for when you are finding that technology, you have understood how to operate the greenhouse, you have understood, then you want to expand your area, so that provision should be there. There should be proper communication, means you can take your produce to the field from your greenhouse to the market. So that kind of our market people, they are interested to come to your place. There should be proper access. So road communication, electricity, labor availability. These are some of the point one should take care. Climate is another thing. The shape of the greenhouse, size of the greenhouse, height of the greenhouse, it should be, and the type of crop one is taking. So what kind of a climatic things which are happening in the area, that should be taken into consideration. Then the accessibility, as I told you that there should be easy accessible for the transport. Uh, the site should be often deciding factor for fuel kind of these things. And then if there is a wind, is a common problem. So wind breaks, and then the means such type of the structures, the belt that can be made in order to prevent the wind blow, the wind breaks should be there. Now, what are the major factors which are the important thing while we are deciding? One is the very important thing is greenhouse orientation. What you are seeing here, this is a north-south and means east-west. These directions are shown. So one has to see that there is a maximum light in the greenhouse should receive, and then what is the direction of the wind normally it blows. So this should be taken care. So wind opening towards, it should be towards east-west side, and the slope, lengthwise slope, it should be 0 to 2%, less than 2%, otherwise we'll say, and widthwise slope should not be more than 1.25%. Any greenhouse, there are very important component one should know, and it consists of a gutter, it consists of a column, means that is a supporting structure, purlins, bracings, corridors, arches, bottom, foundation pipe, grippers, nut and bolts. These are the material, of course, that is the material which is used, but and each of these parts or components, these are meant for a specific purpose. So gutter is meant for removal of water. Column is basically, it is a vertical pipeline, vertical member, and that is taking the load. Purlins that connect the cladding supporting bars to the column. Bracings support the structure against wind. Corridors, that is also again supporting the structure against high winds. Curtains are basically closing as well as opening, so basically for side ventilation purpose. Arches, member supporting the cladding material. Bottom, it is horizontal member to support gutters. So there are, and grippers, that is a seat. So people, those who have, those who know about the greenhouse, they are, must be having. Otherwise, I will show you the diagram and you can have understanding. And since it is being, it is a live streaming, it is being done, so it will be available in Facebook as well as in YouTube. So you can have a relook on this. But I am just giving you how the particular thing. So you can see here, this is This is one truss, and a truss consists of a raptor and strut cords. These are the members. Ridge is at this part, U is at this particular place. This is a purlin, and this part where what I was showing you, a ventilation system which is provided. So this the spacing between this member and the top member means that is the at the ridge. So this angle which is when that is this ventilation it is provided. This is your foundation part, and better the foundation, better will be the stable will be your structure. So here same thing it is explained which I have told you the materials. So basically let me just slowly let me tell you about the side post. This is the side post which you are seeing. Basically, this is means the this is the component of the structure which takes the load of the truss, and then side walls which you are seeing that these are all side walls. So side wall is basically first several feet side above the soil line. This is the soil line, and then sill is the top of the curtain line, which you are seeing top of the curtain line somewhere here. That is a sill, and U is this part. What is this? If where the sides of the greenhouse join the roof of the greenhouse. So this is the top of sides of the greenhouse. Truss, as I told you, that is structural component that support the weight of the greenhouse roof. Basically, these trusses are so basically it consists of a raptor, strut, and cords. Purlin, purlin runs the length of the greenhouse. This is the purlin. This is known as the purlin, and then the ridge is this component where the roof comes together at the top of the greenhouse, and in many greenhouses have ridge vents. So this is how a greenhouse look like, and their structures you will see one by one. This is the bottom chord. This particular component is a bottom chord. You can see here. Struts and chord. Arrows are shown. I don't want to repeat it, that these components you can see, and they are basically again the members of the truss. Ridge we are seeing here, this on the top. Purlin, this is running along the length of the greenhouse. You can see here. Ridge vent basically that is how the ventilation is provided. Side post you can see here. This is a side post. This is the curtain wall. This part is a curtain wall, and this is a sill. This part is known as a U, and this is known as a raptor. And these are all fans. This is a typical sawtooth greenhouse. So next part is your the cladding material. When we are considering the cladding material, basically it is allowing the light, means it should have some its own properties, and those properties basically should help in photosynthesis of the plant. So when light passes from the cladding material, it is that light causes it is basically affecting the photosynthesis, means it will maintain the temperature. We are required to see that what is the water supply in within the plant system, how the CO2 and fertilizer it is being supplied. These are the factors which are affecting the photosynthesis photo period. What is the duration of the light available? Growth and development of the plant. Photosynthesis also affect these things. Now photosynthesis and respiration. Respiration is basically transporting the air from the plant leaves. So photosynthesis, now they are how they are it has got a different process. The photosynthesis produces food, whereas respiration uses food for the to provide energy to the plant. Photosynthesis, it is providing enough energy, stores it the energy, whereas respiration it releases the energy. The photosynthesis occurs in cells within the chloroplast, and whereas respiration occurs in all cells. Releases oxygen, it uses oxygen. See, this is the interesting that here the photosynthesis releases oxygen, whereas the respiration it uses oxygen. It uses carbon dioxide photosynthesis, whereas it produces CO2. So air means it uses air, it produces water, whereas it releases oxygen, it uses water. So presence of water, presence of oxygen, presence of CO2, presence of light, it makes the food. That is the food, means plant makes food that in through photosynthesis these things. And whereas in respiration, when the plant it takes, it occurs during the sunlight period. Of course, some plants it is also it takes place during night time, and the CO2, oxygen, water, all this and energy, this does. Absorption, so any plant, it passes through respiration, absorption, translocation, photosynthesis. Absorption is the process in which air roots takes up water and dissolved nutrients from the growing medium through the process of osmosis process. Water moves from the roots and through the plant via xylem vessels. Translocation, during this process, water and nutrient move within the plant. Translocation occurs within the vascular system. Xylem tissues pull water upward from the roots. Phloem tissues move food leads to the roots system and the rest of the plant. That is the entire process. Yes. Okay. So I will not go so detail about this part. Transpiration is, as I told you, that is how the transpiration it related with the respiration activity, how the plant takes. So basically, in transpiration, the water available means that is the using the that is your translocation. That water molecules it is oozing out of the plant leaf surfaces, and this process occurs when the stomata of the plant is open, and then CO2 is taken inside, so it loses the water. Means it is replacing the water molecules is replaced by CO2. So some environmental factors affecting the rate of transpiration are light, temperature, humidity, and wind. CO2 means what happened, the presence of temperature uh, as well as the wind, as well as the humidity. So the process of transpiration, it gets affected. I will not be telling more about this thing. This is a known fact. Higher the wind velocity, it is going to affect the transpiration process. Light intensity you are seeing here, the plant required light intensity, low, medium and high, and these are classified based on the intensity of light measured in terms of lux. Light duration, it does affect the plant growth. It does affect the plant growth, and where the means the photosynthesis is major thing. So light intensity, light duration. You can see here the light duration or photo period are categorized into four groups. The one is very short day, long day, intermediate, or we can say intermediate day and neutral day. So depending on the duration of the day, different plants, their transpiration, their photosynthesis activity, it enhances or reduces. So chrysanthemums, uh, poinsettias, Easter lilies, it requires long night. Spinach, radish, lettuce means such type of crop which are leafy vegetable, it requires long day. Rose and gerbera plants, they require intermediate, means neither very large nor very short. And then tomato and cucumber, they fall under neutral group. So it is also important that what is the how much is the intensity of solar intensity it is reaching the earth surface. So our visual portion of the light, it is basically from 400 nanometer to 730 or 750, though it is written 390 to 750 nanometer is the wavelength range where visual portion of the light electromagnetic spectrum that is taking place. So which our eyes take. Now there are the light which is coming inside the greenhouse, whether it is a direct light it is coming or it is a diffused light. And diffused light, it has been found it is responding to the plant better than the direct light. And diffused light increases the photosynthesis by 1.5% during winter season, 4.3% during summer, and 4.2% during autumn compared greenhouses with direct light. In comparison to the direct light, this has been found, and therefore the diffused light and the film which are having the diffusion property are recommended for greenhouse film. What is happening? The light which is coming, which you are seeing here, that the you can see here, this is the incoming light and directly it is falling on this. So sharp shadows it forms and top of the canopy is saturated with the light. Whereas the diffused light which is coming, it gets diffused through the film and then it becomes, the beneath the earth also light reaches. So no less light but less shadow. In this case shadow it forms, less shadow and light reaches the undersides of the trees, the leaves and penetrate further into the canopy. So this is a giving better response. This is happening, you can see here how the shadow it is formed. But when greenhouse is covered with the diffused film, you are seeing that the shadow is not formed. So from the bottom also the light it reaches to the plant and that is giving better response. It has been found, increasing the amount of diffuse light in the greenhouse, in a greenhouse from 15 to 45% increases the crop growth by 7% with photosynthetically active radiation. We call it as a PAR. Photosynthetically active radiation is known as PAR at light saturation level. Diffuse light also reduces the risk of plant getting burnt. That is a problem during summer month. So during summer month where the temperature is high, radiations are high, it is better to go for using the diffused film. The light transmittance, sorry, the light transmittance in the greenhouse, it depends on the what is the type, thickness and spectral transmittance of cladding material. Just now I told you about the absorption and the reflection, means the material it absorbs and partly it reflect back the light. Number of layer, is it a single layer, double cladding or multi-layer film? Condensation on the cladding material. Condensation on the cladding material. So whether there is a condensation it takes place. So the shading effect of greenhouse structure means that is condensation of the transmitted, shading effect of greenhouse structural component, type of roof shape, roof inclination, orientation of the greenhouse, sun elevation, latitude, season of the year, time of the day, and share of the direct and diffused global radiation. So these are the some of the greenhouse means the factors which affect the light transmission in the greenhouse. Orientation is another component how our greenhouse is oriented. You are seeing here, this is the direction east-west and this is the north-south. So maximum light you are getting during daytime. So depends on the latitude, means where, particularly in our Indian condition, this is the location. So depends on latitude where greenhouse is connected or detached. So single detached greenhouse in northern latitudes and east-west orientation is favored because light can enter through sides rather than through end of the greenhouse where it would cost more. So that is going to give more shading effect. So we should have the east-west orientation. Because of our winds are predominantly from the west, blue arrow, this kind of thing, that this also, so end wall, so that is also advantage. Now it has been found when the greenhouse is oriented toward east-west direction and then at 31 degree latitude north, so we are receiving more solar radiation in different months as compared to the greenhouses which are north south. So this is another thing. Similarly, the different shapes of the greenhouse and orientation. So shapes are also even shape uneven shape. This is a binary shape, modified arc shape, quiescent shape greenhouse. So and then when their orientation is east-west direction, the they are receiving the light, and that is how it will be. So it is recommended for these greenhouses better things, and this is what we are seeing. The uneven span greenhouse when they are east-west, east-west location they are given, this is getting higher solar radiation. This is getting higher solar radiation as compared to the other shape. So modified arc, quensate, binary, these are all you are getting that here. The this your modified arc is receiving a lesser radiation as compared to the uneven shape, and these are the different months, January to December, which we are seeing. So total solar radiation availability in the greenhouse, that is a desired thing that which one should not get shading effect of the greenhouse, and that is considered that east-west direction it should be there. This is the region. Similarly, for light transmission in the greenhouse, when they are how their roof, angle, it is a 15 degree, it is 25 degree, 35 degree. So roof angle is also affecting the light transmission, and that has been reported in different places. So what we see here, that the light transmission are the different months, it is giving the how it is affecting. So we find that the in different months, the different, this 15 degree it is getting less, and this is getting 25 degree and 65 degree, this angle it is getting the highest solar light transmission from the film when this type of structure is used. You can see here during 7 months. So light transmittance increases with the roof inclination. This is what we saw. Light transmission transmitted in east-west oriented greenhouse is higher in winter and lower in summer in north-south oriented greenhouse. Sawtooth shade roof with steeper and shorter roof side to the south in the northern hemisphere has better transmittance than saddle roof, but roof surface area is larger. So these are some of the studies which has been made, and then information is available. Sorry. So go slow. As per the Indian standard BIS, this is the code available, IS 15827. What they have done, they have classified greenhouse cladding material film as low density polyethylene film, linear low density polyethylene film, LDP, LLDP, and ethylene vinyl acetate copolymers. So this film can be normal film, diffused film, anti-drift film, anti-dust film, anti-sulfur film. And these are, I already told you about the normal film, that is a direct light. A diffused film, high light diffusion properties, break the direct angle of light, so scattering occurs. Crop receive more even light exposure. Anti-drift, what happened? there is a water condensation. I will show you. I think I have some this thing where you will see how the condensation takes place. Anti-dust. So that means it is the dust deposition does not take place in the film. Anti-sulfur. So this is the other property which, so there are some certain chemicals which are additive, which are added in the film at the time of manufacturing so as to get the required particular type of film. This is why it is needed. You want to influence on the... Yes, please. I am not able to hear you. Okay, transmission of ultraviolet, the and blue radiations. It influences the when the light passes through the film. It influences the color of the leaves, reduces the leaf area and stem elongation, hardening of seedlings before transplanting. Little delay of blossom with low radiation, low temperature is possible. Danger of leaf burning. So, means these are some of the specific properties where these film when they are manufactured, how these are influencing the transmissive properties, and that changes the plant growth as well as other material. How the film, it is being wrapped. You are seeing here. This is the red film, which is used for absorption, like chlorophyll absorption takes place. This kind of a film it is there, and this is you can see here how the film is being wrapped. And film with heavy dust accumulation on the surface. You can see here when it is being cleaned, this is clean, and the rest part it is not allowing the light to pass through. So if this is not desired, one has to clean the film, wash the film, and this is the water vapor. It gets accumulated at the bottom back side of the film in the greenhouse. So what happened? You are seeing that a polyethylene film at a 0 degree, this is your latitude, and you can see here how the at different angles when there is a P with no drop and means reduced, of course, now drop you cannot say, but a reduced drop, and this is how the means the condensation behavior of polyethylene film at various roof inclination. So for different the roof inclination, such studies have been seen that how the accumulation of the condensation take place. You can see here the dripping kind of a thing, it happens on the thing, and how they run out the water which is falling on the rainwater, it is falling, how it is being taken out. So, sorry, it has gone little, just. So any, the covering material of the greenhouse when we are talking, when we issue a thorn, it is, it has got some certain way of coding as well as identification, how to know that what type of, so it will be the name of the manufacturer, what is the class of film. These classes are also there, that will be categorizing the film, and then what is the duration. Duration basically, it will be how many days a particular class film it will be working, type of basic polymer, whether it is a low density film, polyethylene film, or it is a linear low density polyethylene film, and then width of the roll, how much it is the width, what is the weight of the roll, and what is the thickness of film, and what is the batch number accordingly, and date of manufacturing. So any farm, any roll which we receive, these are the marking which is given. Shed net. I was telling you in the protected cultivation structures, shed nets. So shed net, basically the purpose of shed net is to protect crops from ultraviolet spectrum light. Protect crop from the high solar radiation. I would like to keep in a very common, layman's language that radiations during summer month, these are of very high intensity that causes the burning of leaves. So we want to protect the burning of leaves. So shade nets are used. These are made up of means that causes the reduction in the temperature. This also controls the respiration rate. When higher the temperature, higher the solar radiation, more will be the respiration, plant respiration. So the plant energy is utilized or respiration, more the respiration activity. So growth of the plant hampers. Certain plant it hampers. So we want to control the respiration activity. We want to increase the biomass production. So shed net houses are used. These are made up of plastic material, means shed nets, those threads which are used. This is made up of polymers, and when they are being made, they are given with certain shedding factor. Shedding factor means when we say 50% shed net, means it will allow 50% light to pass through the net, and remaining 50% it will be cut, means it will not allow, it will remain without. So that is the shedding factor or shedding means. And so basically it is cutting the light which are transmitting, which are passing through the house. Now these these shed nets houses has got different the film, and this could be means there could be different colors you may find in market, in commercially these are available in different colors. So black nets usually they are used for shading purpose. They reduce the light intensity by 40 to 80%, and they do not influence the light spectrum and amount of scattered light. White, clear and transparent nets with shading of 80 to 25% are used to protect the crop from environmental hazards. They protect from birds, they protect from pests, and means other. And then of course the blue film means the color. If it is a blue color, what happened? It is a white peak transmittance are blue or green between 500 to 400 to 540 nanometer. This is we are getting maximum means light it is during the your blue portion of the spectrum it is allowing, and we are getting high light means this portion it is allowing there. When it is a yellow, it is transmitting at 500 nanometer up, and red it transmitting the light from 500 nanometer up. Means it is, when it is a red which is used, basically it is for more chlorophyll absorption. Yellow means it is the mixture of blue and red, the this kind of a thing which will happen. Red and the green film, that will make the combination of that. So depending on the what is the gray level of these two shading, when you are mixing, that will create a new color, that is the yellow color. Shading factor, as I told you, 35%, 50%, 75%, 90%. This could be, any value. Basically, it is allowing 35%, means it will allow only 35%, remaining 65% light will be cut off. That is the way. So here you are seeing a black, means there are two types of threads, cross as well as horizontal, or this one. So one thread is black, other thread is also black. White and black. So one thread is white, another thread is black, like this. And then it is the perforation size that will allow a certain portion of the light, or you can say thickness of the diameter of the thread, that also affect. Green, black, you see here one net thread is your green, another one is black, or green. So green black, when we say green black, it cuts off the unwanted UV rays and use aesthetic looks. Mainly it is used for grape shading or drying. Black, when we say, it will absorb, radiate heat inside the shade net house and used for all types of nursery. Okay, white and black diffuses the light inside the greenhouse, shade net house, and used for growing flowers like anthurium, gerberage. And red and white enhances the process of photosynthesis in plant, resulting better foliage for ornamental purpose. So different colors of shade nets influences the growth of the plant, and a specific type of plants, it required a specific light and a specific intensity of light. Accordingly, these shade nets are decided. Insect proof net. Basically, insect proof net, houses. These means the houses look like a greenhouse or shade net house only. Only thing that the cladding material is made up of a screen that will not allow the insect to enter. So the species of the insect, and particularly for a specific type of nursery, particular type of plants, it is attracting a particular type of insect. So the size of the insect proof net, the perforations are decided depending on the type of plant which we have. So a species of the insect to be screened out, influence of the greenhouse climate, and UV stability and the mechanical durability is another consideration, property that are considered at the time of manufacturing of this particular insect proof net. and it is relatively economical for the crop. Now, the what are the factors which influence the insect screens? It is the porosity, it is the ratio of the open area to the total screen area. Okay, so a particular mesh size or hole size is considered. So thread dimension or woven knitted, that is it is used, and how much amount of this also allows the light to pass through, and color and its influence on the pest behavior. As I told you that a specific type of pest or diseases, it comes in a particular type of plant. So accordingly, a screen, insect-proof screens are mounted in the side. You can see this is a arc-shaped sawtooth greenhouse, and you see here in the side insect-proof net it is provided, as well as in the top, this ridge where the this vent, air vent, it is there where the insect proof, so that the insect or might, it cannot enter in the greenhouse or shed net, insect proof net. In greenhouses, we are providing a congenial environment for the plant to grow. Means cooling, ventilation. This is a very important task, and this is a part of the greenhouse consideration. Whether we want to have the natural ventilation or we want to have the the we means a fan, pad, such type of cooling, evaporative cooling, we are interested. So those are provided. Basically, when it is the as I in the beginning I told, the solar intensity or solar radiations, it falls or transmits into the greenhouse. It causes increase in the temperature. So what you are seeing here, 40 degrees Celsius temperature at outside, but when the solar radiation passes through, it increases temperature to 50 degrees, almost 10 degrees Celsius it increases. So plant you know uh, wilt because of the high temperature, and so we need to provide at the time of fabrication of the greenhouse, and this part it is considered, so that the ventilation natural, so this is what you are seeing, the how the natural ventilation it takes place. So from side as well as from the top, the air which is coming from the side, this is the place where the I was telling you, this is the place where the insect hoop net, this is attached, and from this side the means your uh, air, ambient air it enters, and then it the causes the uh, exit of hot air from the side as well as from the top, and this is the kind of effect it is happening this in this kind of a greenhouse when such structures are used, vent is provided on both the sides. uh, this is a fan and shutter cooling system. One can reduce the temperature. So we are seeing here the motorized shutters. The motorized shutters are used. So outside temperature is 40, and then how the exhaust fans are used. So the air, the cool air, it is drawn from this end, that is your inlet end, and this is the outlet end, and then the hot air is blown out of the greenhouse. A pad is, air, this is evaporative cooling. In evaporative cooling, the pad is installed at one end of the greenhouse, and in this pad, the fine mist of water is all the time allowed, and then the fan, it is, uh, you know the depending on the size of the greenhouse, the size of the fans are exhaust fans are designed, and then it is operated. So cool air, moist cool air is sucked, and then the temperature, which is, we are seeing here 40 degrees Celsius temperature. When pad is used, we are able to bring down the temperature from 40 to 35 degrees Celsius, and crop can be saved during summer month. So that during summer month, it is a difficult thing, and evaporative type of cooling is preferred when air, outside air is dry air. Say northern part of our country has this type of congenial system. This is what you are seeing here. The this side, this is all pad. The pad is installed, and then the water is dripping from this end. So whole this entire span, one end of the greenhouse, the back side of the greenhouse is provided with the cellulose pad, and then water is allowed to flow over this, and then when during summer month, uh, these exhaust fans are operated, and then the greenhouse environment, it is brought it to the desired level. Okay, so that is the one way of bringing down the temperature during summer month inside the greenhouse. So cooling or creating the congenial environment inside the greenhouse, which is a common problem in our country. So that evaporative cooling is preferred in case when humidity is high or some humid region, and then in that case natural ventilation is preferred. And depending on the value of the crop, a particular type of systems, and more, useful systems are installed, and then accordingly automation is also used, where it intermittent, the your the fogging system, or the micro sprinklers, humidity is created, and then at a regular interval. So intermittent or at a specific time interval, such systems are operated. Now inside the greenhouse, irrigation is another important task, and this irrigation is done by using the drip system. We are providing the installing the mist, which serves two things. Mist nodules. These are used to create higher humidity. These are used to also they are cooling down the environment inside the greenhouse. So plant respiration activity, this also helps. A system in the greenhouse, it will have the drip system, it is a mist nozzles, it is the fertilizer injector. It could be manually or automatic control system by using the solenoid valves, that could be done. Here what you are seeing in these places, these are all the greenhouses. This has been constructed at IIT campus in our league, that is with the support from NCPH, Ministry of, that is National Committee on Plastic Culture Application in Horticulture by Ministry of Agriculture, Government of India. They have supported, and we have constructed these greenhouses where such activities are going on. if you people have got some great opportunity after this class, when the pandemic things comes under control, you are welcome to visit IIT campus, and we will show you these facilities, and you can also take part in fabrication and handling, means you are handling these various instrument as well as equipment used in the greenhouse. We have got the gadgets for changing the environmental condition. We are having the gadgets to monitor the physical and chemical properties of the systems. Uh, Now the plant which are grown inside the greenhouse, it has got different water requirement, and we have estimated, we have created the enough database what should be the water requirement of different crops. Not many, I cannot say the all the crops, but as far as possible we have created the water requirement crops inside the greenhouse database. We have taken up some of the trials using the different types of media, how it is happening. Uh, each plant has got different canopies, so depending on the type of canopy that can be done, and then further climate control method applied in the structures means we have created the automation irrigation system, automated systems where we can control the temperature, we can control the system. So the as I told you that we created the database for the water requirement of vegetable crops inside the greenhouse, uh, and then and as well as in the shed net house. So you can see here the crop, tomato crop grown during November to February, and then what will be the amount of evapotranspiration requirement under the greenhouse, what will be the evapotranspiration requirement under the shade net house, and for each plant, how much amount of water it should be given. Such type of database has been created. Similarly, for the capsicum crop, brinjal crop, cucumber, cabbage, broccoli, cauliflower. So for such crops, database has been created where how much amount of water. Similarly, we have also created these two crops which are means at the PhD level work which has been done for the Gerbera crop. The flower crop means we am telling you for Dutch roses, the nutritional requirement that is nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium requirement of these crops, and we did quite exhaustive work on the structural analysis of these greenhouses for the postgraduate level as well as the PhD level. When I was telling about the in the greenhouse, you can see here this is our greenhouse where mister has been installed that create the mist inside the greenhouse, and so which is increasing for bringing down the temperature as well as increasing the humidity. This is the fertilizer injector. So fertigation can be given along with the water. There are, controllers where one can control So, dear participants, there was a problem with Google Meet. Therefore, we lost connection, and I am resuming the left out talk, and we will finish. I will not take more time, but let me conclude the uh, part where I left, and so that it can give the finishing touch and we can complete the whole presentation. So I was telling you there is one of the important component in the greenhouse uh, because in open air there is abundant of carbon dioxide available for plant to use this available CO2, but in greenhouse because it's a limited area, it is so plant whatever it is available, it is not enough to meet the CO2 requirement. So one need to have apply CO2 from outside to inside the greenhouse in order to meet the CO2 requirement of the plant. So CO2 enrichment enhances the growth and production of uh, crop, and greenhouse means all throughout the world they inject additional carbon dioxide. Though it is a expensive thing, but it is required to maintain a required level of CO2. So CO2 is often produced by burning the fossil fuel, and heat generated during CO2 enrichment is either utilized or stored for lateral use. Uh, heat storage tank has become a standard piece of equipment in countries with cooler night temperatures. Uh, to maximize natural free CO2 supply wherever possible, starting 1 or 2 hours after sunrise, when the overnight buildup of CO2 is depleted. To improve horizontal airflow to distribute, this is what it is shown here. There are, horizontal airflow fans which are installed in the greenhouse. So the to reduce the leaf boundary layer, which will improve the diffusion of CO2 into the stomatal opening of each leaf. Keep plants healthy, well watered, so that they are not forced to close their stomatal opening. What happened when there is a high blow of air? So there could be also possibility that this air resistance will disturb the stomatal opening as well as the CO2 intake. There is a liquid or bottled CO2. This is also applied, but depending on the CO2 requirement, one has to. So when outside conditions are too extreme for ventilation, additional carbon dioxide in the form of liquid or bottled CO2 gas. Specific processes are required for safe and proper handling as well as effective use of CO2 from these sources. So liquid carbon dioxide is put up inside the greenhouse. There is CO2 from carbon based fuels, that is gas fired appliances are used by combustion process in order to improve the CO2 level in the greenhouse. As I told you that the light is very important component for CO2 for the photosynthesis, and particularly during winter period, because of fog as well as the total daylight hours availability is also a problem, and so we need to create artificial light, and supplemental lights are required which will improve the plant growth, particularly during cloudy conditions, low light conditions, and so this could be also. There are some certain plantations which requires larger photo period, means the day length is to be increased, or sometimes we initiate or prevent flowering. So accordingly the adjustment is made. So amount of light needed for extending the day length is usually considerably lower than the amount of light provided in support of overall plant growth. So what are the additional source which can be used to supplement light? It could be incandescent light. Now incandescent light bulb, it is used to extend the day length, but it offers little help to grow light. Most of the electrical energy going in incandescent lamp bulb is released as heat rather than light. So that is, but it is being used, but it is not that as favorable as it is required. So for enhancing the plant growth, incandescent bulbs are energy inefficient, rather ineffective light source. Halogen incandescent halogen incandescent bulb is more energy efficient than the traditional incandescent bulb. These bulbs are filled with the halogen gas, usually bromine or compound of bromine, in contrast to the vacuum or low pressure argon or nitrogen mixture in conventional incandescent bulbs. The change in the gas mixture allows for higher operating temperature, resulting in bulb with higher efficacy, intensity and color temperature. Depending on the wattage and type of gas mixture, halogen version can be 30 to 60% more energy efficient. than traditional bulbs, and the lifetime of the bulb is more often more than the double the number of hours expected for traditional color. So this is the one kind of light which has been recommended for improving the light. Fluorescent tubes or light, it has been recommended for some of the crops. So fluorescent bulbs gives off more uniform light than incandescent lamps. The fluorescent bulbs are available in 28 to 225 watt configurations, are often mounted in banks to cover larger growing areas. This lighting is rarely used in commercial greenhouses for producing mature flowering or fruiting plants because of its low intensity output, considerable shading and fixtures and reflectors that they create. So primarily these tubes are to provide light over germination benches. Means instead of giving that when there is a vertical means the structure is used vertical, so individual benches they are used for growing the germinating the seeds for nursery purpose. They have been found useful. Compact fluorescent lamps are replacing incandescent lamp in some application, and the CFL are more energy efficient, using 75% less energy than incandescent. So shift to CFL or the day control is easily justified. This is another kind of devices, and particularly for the getting the high value crop, high intensity discharge lights are also used. And this is these lamps are basically HID lamps are more costly, and they offer high quality output. High pressure sodium lamps are most commonly used in commercial greenhouse. So HPS lamps, that is high pressure sodium lamps, provide large portion of the yellow orange light but are limited in shorter blue wavelength. Now HPS lamp come in various wattage levels, 400 to 1000 watt for greenhouse application. So HPS lamp, it depends on the crop needs, natural light and greenhouse design. HID fixtures have bulb, reflector, ballast and capacitor. Bulb function as a high temperature, becomes hot during operation, so it is imperative to have good ventilation and place the bulb at proper distance from the plant so that it does not influence the heating of the environment and the plant. Light emitting diode LEDs, these are another devices which are put up for supplementing the light inside the greenhouse. So LEDs are used in the greenhouses. There is a solid state light emitting devices that is in comparison traditional lighting sources. So gas filled pressurized bulbs, filament, electrodes, this allows extended hours of application and potentially more efficient conversion of electric energy to the light. LEDs are arranged in arrays or panels with option to customize the overall light quality. And then the panels specifically designed for plant growth usually consist of LEDs that emit red light in the your range of wavelength range is 630 to 660 nanometer. Blue 450 nanometer light. Primary reason for choosing these LEDs is the observed high rate of photosynthesis. Although red and blue support photosynthesis, uh, most plants have developed full spectrum of natural light. There are, monochromatic LEDs that is expected to, they are being used for uh, improving the light. This is what you are seeing here. So different, color, these light bulbs have been used to enhance the photosynthesis rate, chlorophyll absorption, so that it takes place and better growth it can take place. So such studies have been used. So what we have seen, uh, what are the important components? You have seen the input components where irrigation, then I talked about misting devices, talked about the light, talked about the supplementing the CO2. So these are the some of the important uh, component, we can say are important factors which influence the growth of the plant inside the greenhouse. Now, Government of India is promoting greenhouse construction in in our country, and this particular scheme for promoting protected cultivation structures is being operated through MIDH, which is known as a Mission for Integrated Development of Horticulture. They have fixed the cost depending upon the size. Some of these things from there, as well as our own, estimates, and we have estimated that what will be the approximate cost, and accordingly the per square meter the cost has been given. So a protected cultivation structure, which is a greenhouse with fan pad cooling system of 1000 square meter, having the structural material as galvanized iron pipe. The structural material cost is that is 5,24,887. This is the approximate cost. It is not exact cost because shape is going to make the difference. Cladding material, that is your polyethylene film, it is costing about 1,99,000 or 2 lakh rupees, I can say, and cooling system is 5,60,000, irrigation system about 90,000, and material processing charge 71,000, labor charges 32,000. So it comes to about 14,78,463. A naturally ventilated greenhouse, so you can say that it is coming about 14,000 rupees, 14,000 or 15,000 rupees per square meter. Then if you are looking for the naturally ventilated greenhouse, where the cooling system is not included, the rest of the, as far as the structural part is concerned, material is concerned, having the same shape of the greenhouse, and then so the structural cost, it comes 5,24,887. Cladding material is same as about 2,90,000 rupees. On irrigation system and means your material processing, labor cost. So this is coming about 9,18,000. 463. Greenhouse of size 400 square meter, which is made up of wooden material, and this is coming about 2 lakh rupees, 2 lakh rupees 6,020. Greenhouse made up of bamboo. Now bamboo greenhouse, the look means the places where timber as well as bamboo, these are abundantly available, and people from those regions, they are fully aware about the curing of the bamboo, because these places where bamboo is being grown, they use in various home appliances or construction of the small structures. And so how to cure these bamboos? Curing is very important. It should not be a raw without proper treatment. If it is used, there is a problem of by termite. So it should be treated properly, it should be cured properly, and then it can be used. And then there are some of the manufacturers in India, they are doing this work, and the cost of bamboo structure approximately it is 1,54,540. A shed net house, which is of 1,000 square meter, with having the structural cost of 3,18,085 rupees and 65,000 rupees as a shed material, means a shed cost of the shed with having shedding intensity of 75%. This is costing and with the same amount of your irrigation facility and the material charges and all that handling charges. This is coming about 3,085 rupees. Shed net of 200 square meter, and which is made up of bamboo, it is coming 61,945 rupees. These are approximate cost. It is not the actual cost, because depending on the location and then the proximity to the manufacturer, proximity to the material availability. If it is material is being brought from the long distance from other state, where then the cost of the your charges, it gets increased to the tune of about 25 to 40%. And then we did work for designing these structures. We carried out research work for the designing the different structural components for the quinset shape greenhouse as well as sawtooth shape greenhouse, that design part, and then what are the different structural typically constructed commercial greenhouse with keeping the shed net on the top, and then the polyethylene film, that is your greenhouse film, that is a polyethylene film at the bottom at about 1 meter, and then we carried out means the microclimate studies. We did how the microclimate in different season it changes by collecting the data, large amount of the data over several years, and then which are the period which how much amount of the temperature it can be reduced. So depending on the crop requirement, accordingly these microclimate data which we have collected, that can be modified by operating the fogging system, by operating the micro sprinklers, such studies we did. We also did, a study for the fertilizer requirement of the cut flowers, that mainly Dutch roses, and then we have standardized. We try to find out what will be the evapotranspiration requirement of a Dutch roses when it is grown inside the greenhouse by conducting lysometric studies for a long-term study about 2 years, 2.5 years data we collected, and then we have established the water requirement of Dutch roses we at different growth stages, and which is because of rose is it's a long duration perennial crop, so it's a pruning, it's the root exposing to the atmosphere, such type of things which we did, and then we found out what will be the crop coefficient. This work we have already published, and literature is available. I would suggest any participants, those who are interested, it can be shared with you people, and you can use these information depending on the your interest. So this way, I am concluding and ending my talk. If there are some questions, it's a welcome. I will be happy to share with you our disseminate this information among you, and also if there are some information which are available with me, I can I can uh, uh, I can share with you at later stage also. So if there are some queries with you people, I will be happy to discuss.
सर ग्रीन हाउस में हॉर्टिकल्चर लाइक नर्सरी पॉसिबल है ऑल काइंड ऑफ मतलब टेम्परेचर हम लोग यहाँ पर बहुत हाई रहता है
Yeah. So what I can suggest here, the means one has to decide, what type of nursery what he has to keep. Nursery for giving the seedlings during your winter season. Nursery for during rainy season. It's excellent. Okay, but
Okay.
during suppose somebody wants to grow nursery uh, for summer months, then I would suggest that we have changed the system that the polythene can be removed, and then the shade net can be used, and that shade net can be utilized for growing the nursery. You are correct. What you are telling, same experience we do have. So. Growing nursery during summer month, even any crop which is grown during summer month, it is very difficult to keep that crop until it is a highly automatic means your fully controlled thing, it is not there. So when you are putting fully control means cost goes very high, and that becomes unaffordable. So I would suggest that here change the poly means cover the means change the polythene with shade net. Okay.
ओके सर कैन यू प्रोवाइड योर मेल आईडी
My mail ID. I am writing here in my chat box. You can note down. KM.
सर
I will just a minute. PFDC Kharagpur @gmail.com. Yeah, Mr. Gurai.
Yes, sir. I got it. Sir, like which crop I can grow in summer season? Like I'm from Purulia, its temperature very high.
Yeah, Purulia is not very far up from this place.
Yes, sir. I went IIT
In,
Kharagpur.
oh, you have been to our place?
Yes, sir. In this December only, I was there.
Okay, okay. No, I would suggest, when somebody is taking crop inside during summer month, it is, we have to provide shading on the top,
Okay.
so that the light which is, intercepting or it is going inside the greenhouse, it can be curtailed. So shading is very important during summer month.
Sir, which one is the best? Black and black. The shade net.
Yeah, black and white, black and green. It can be used. Of course, which crop you are taking, that is also important.
Like flower, jarbera and gulab, rose.
हाँ ठीक है, green and black will work.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Sir, I have a question actually. I want to understand it a bit clear. Is water requirement of vegetable crop in greenhouse and shared net house, right? There are certain units are specified. I want to
Yeah.
understand units.
Those units are liter per hour per plant.
Oh, okay.
Per day, liter per day per plant.
Okay.
Liter
And
per day per plant.
okay. And the ET, MMUS.
ET is evapotranspiration.
Could you please repeat that?
Evapotranspiration.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Water used by the plant for meeting the evaporation and transpiration requirement.
Oh, okay. Thank you, sir. Yeah, got it.
You are from which place, Mr. Ramalingam?
I'm from Tamil Nadu, sir.
I can understand. Which part of Tamil Nadu?
It's Chennai.
Okay. In Coimbatore, my friends are there. There is another PFDC, Precision Farming Development Center at Coimbatore.
Oh, okay, sir.
So you can contact my friends in Balaji Kannan, of course, and then there are many other, people, those who are known to me. In Agriculture University, Agriculture Engineering College is there.
Yeah, TNA user. Yeah.
TNU.
I will contact you offline and collect those details, right? Whenever I visit to Coimbatore.
Sure. So they are doing very good work.
Right, sir. And the last year I visited this AgriPlast
Okay.
in Hosur.
Okay.
Understanding about that greenhouse. They given some art and things like that, but we could not proceed because of the high cost estimates.
Cost is, of course, yeah, you are right. But Government of India is promoting, so 50% each cost is borne by the government, central government. Some of the state government also give partial subsidy, and then remaining the beneficiary has to arrange fund.
Yeah, true, sir. And we want to move gradually to polyhouse from completely shade net and greenhouse kind of thing. Then finally we want to reach to the polyhouse. Okay. Want to experiment.
Okay. You start with the smaller unit. It may not be, profitable in the smaller unit, but to learn, the problems and fabrication and all that, at least you will be learning initially, and then slowly you can switch over to the larger unit. I would suggest, particularly for the greenhouse grower, they should not go for immediately very high cost. They should start with the smaller unit, and then they should go for and one need to, because it is a initial investment is high, so they should have enough knowledge about the crop.
Correct, sir.
Sir, और एक बात, sir,
Yeah, one by one. Lucky, please wait. Mr.
Okay.
Ramalingam is speaking. Yeah,
Right.
please. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Completely the modular wise, right? We can increase. We can you can design the basic module, then subsequently add on it, so that you can have
Correct.
the
Correct. Correct.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, Lucky.
सर मल्चिंग प्रोसेस से नर्सरी में ग्रो करने के लिए अभी सोच रहा हूँ, मतलब डिसीजन लिया हूँ, तो कैसे होगा लाइक इस प्लेस में उतना आइडिया नहीं है.
Mulching, is effective, particularly, to suppress weed and also preserve. So it's very useful. I would suggest for Purulia, but for not only for vegetables, for nursery. In fact, you can use it for the other larger plantations also, and this is very effective. When there is a shortage of water, so it prevents the evaporation loss. It checks the weeding and also conserve moisture for larger period. So health of the plant is also important.
Okay.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, Divya.
Sir, Divya Dwivedi this side. Though I am a practicing advocate, but then I have very much lot of interest in agriculture as well. So I have one question, sir, regarding the tree farming system, which is very famous, usually used in South India by Dr. Gowda, and he has been promoting it a lot, and I have been trying to work with him for quite long. But then, sir, I really want to understand, is it advisable to go ahead with tree farming in the initial stages, or should it be the crop? Because our lands are in paddy area of Gorakhpur and this Kushinagar and UP belt, Bihar and UP belt. So is tree farming advisable, or it should be only crops, which we keep on doing regularly, but then that is degrading the soil quality. So what do you suggest for that?
Divya, I would say, see, tree farming means you are talking about horticultural plantation. Is not
Yes,
it? Okay. Horticulture is, it's coming up very well. And I would suggest you to take up those crops. You start with short duration crops so that you can start gaining profit. Say typical wheat, rice, and then again wheat, and then again rice. This kind of a thing it is happening. So it consumes large amount of water, and then as you are telling that high dose of the fertilizers and all that. So soils are also getting sick, its productivity is going down. So if you start with horticultural crops, say papaya, that is a short duration crop, you will get profit also. So there are institutions, horticultural institutions, which they will help you to analyze your soil and suggest that you take up these crops and then how to manipulate the soil level for that crop. It is a highly profitable as compared to typical. Then you can have the mango, you can have sapota, you can have citrus, you can have banana. Such plantations if you are taking up, this is
Sir,
and these are very competitive. Let me just tell you complete. These are very good, compatible with the micro irrigation system, where you can give water in a precise amount in water, and you can also regulate the fertilizer. The problem of soil also, you will be only giving water at fertilizer also at local place, so that way it will be profitable. This is you are bringing the nutrients to the society, I will say. You are not only that you are getting profit, but in the locality, people will start also eating fruits so it is a profitable. I would suggest, you go ahead.
Sir, actually, I am sorry, I cut you short. So the thing is, when I was at IIT Kharagpur, I'm also an alumni of that place. So
Very
lucky
good.
for me, I got my soil, my places soil tested, and also it is depleted in minerals, I would say, and there is a lot of need of putting in a lot of water when it comes to these kind of crops. So that actually prompted this idea of tree farming. So now what happens is people are not
Don't
very
say tree
interested
farming.
because it is a lot of
Divya,
time consuming. Yes, sir, sorry.
tree, it's a, it can be, forestry also, it can be, teak wood, it can be. When you say tree, it gives a very altogether different,
Okay,
message.
sir, sorry, I'll
When
try
you
and
say
change my.
horticulture, when you say horticulture, then fruits and vegetables that, you can think of this.
Okay, okay.
Okay,
So
and then
I'll
I
be
tell you,
texting
if
you
you
in
are,
person. जी sir.
हाँ, मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि you take help from CISH, Central Institute for Subtropical Horticulture.
Okay.
Okay, it is located CISH. It is located in Rahman Kheda at Lucknow, and these people they are helping. There is a very good department in Lucknow, horticulture department. They are also promoting. So you will be getting nursery of good quality nursery plants, and also you will get advice how to entire package of practices, how when to plant, how much irrigation should be given, what should be the fertilizer dosage. All these details you will get from them. In case because you had been our alumnus, so I would suggest see Dr. Our means the training coordinator Dr. Rajan Machavaram. He has given you a website also that from there you can contact. And my friends are available there. Dr. S.R. Singh is there, and then Dr. Rajan, who is director, they will be all helping you. And you are alumnus of IIT Kharagpur, you can always be in
Thank
touch
you so much,
with
sir.
us.
But currently I'm practicing at Supreme Court, so it's a bit hard. But then I'll definitely try and visit Lucknow and try and find out what more can I do for Kushinagar and Gorakhpur. At least our areas would be, my area would be a bit helpful. Thank you so much,
Sure.
sir, for giving this much time. Thanks.
Welcome, Divya ji.
Hello,
Yeah, Himanshu ji, बोलिए.
sir. First of all, I want to say very much namaste, sir. And sir,
Namaste.
actually, recently, sir, I started organic farming.
Okay,
So I want to know how to improve the health of the soil with the by the organic method.
okay.
And sir, I want to know on the second question is this, that which irrigation system we have to implement for the growing of vegetables.
Which method? See, it's your so organic farming. It's a very big topic,
Yes,
Himanshu
sir.
ji, and it's coming up very well. It is lot of information is literature and information is available. And one of my colleagues here at IIT Kharagpur is Professor D.K. Swain. I think
Okay.
he might have delivered lecture. You might have missed it, but his lecture is available in the YouTube. And further, if you are not getting full information, so you can write mail to us. I will forward your mail to Professor Dilip Kumar Soy. He will help you. Okay.
All-
Second part, I will say that for uh, vegetable crop, and then availability of water which you have.
Actually, sir, I
Uh,
recently took the land on lease in MP. Okay, and
Okay.
there, sir, from a long time, all are using the chemicals there. Recently, I
Okay.
took, but in the initial stage, I am not having so much fund. Because of that, I am in worry which irrigation system should I use? Actually, in rain pipe system or drip, or which one is better, sir?
No, drip is always superior. Drip is always superior.
Okay.
Okay. And if you are having the finance problem and all that, of course, Government of India is giving 50% subsidy. Madhya Pradesh government, I do not know how much they are contributing.
Actually,
So,
sir,
hmm,
if we purchase directly the material, drip irrigation system material, if we directly purchase
yeah,
without the subsidy, then the
hmm.
same price is going. If we are going through subsidy, then also same after the deduction of the government part. And if we purchase directly from the company, that is also the same.
You can always, I agree with you. What happened, these people, they are, afraid of, their subsidy thing when the government will release and all that. So perhaps they are, you know, uh, charging more, and therefore it is coming 50%, is coming same what you are paying. That could be the reason. I do not say that could be the reason. But anyway, if you are, if you can afford, drip irrigation is always suitable. And if you have a enough quantity of water, then I would say that, yeah, you can try with the minimum amount of water by using, furrow irrigation. You can use an efficient way of watering instead of flooding the whole field. That you should see. That, yeah, whole field should not be flooded. And take furrow irrigation. You can use, micro sprinklers.
Okay.
If it is a close growing crop, vegetable, it's a very
Mhm.
lot of, several crops it comes. So, means, say somebody is using, say, spinach, somebody is using, fenugreek, or, many other, close growing crop. So micro sprinkler will be useful.
I am working on 30 to 40 variety. Actually, I am working on consumer model.
Okay,
So lot of variety, seasonal, all seasonal crops. I have to provide to customers.
okay.
This is the thing,
Which
sir.
which part of Madhya Pradesh you are?
Sir, recently I started in Katni, sir,
Katni. So you are near Jabalpur,
near Jabalpur, sir, 80 to 90 kilometers from Jabalpur.
from
And
Jabalpur.
I
So
am
did
working
you
on.
did you by the way did you meet with someone who is there, at Jabalpur JNKVV, Jawaharlal Nehru Krishi Vishwavidyalaya?
Yes, sir.
I would suggest, when you are spending lot of money, so better take some, advice. There is nothing wrong, maybe you may not get in first time that, what you wanted from them, but naturally some of these, information, this will help you because you are investing money. So agriculture university professors in horticulture department,
Okay.
and yeah, in agriculture engineering college, you also go there and meet faculty members. It is 100 kilometer within 100 kilometer from there.
I will
And
try to
take
catch it.
this university.
7 days last week I went there for searching of seeds.
Okay,
But in that, actually, I want the vegetable seeds, but there is no seeds available. Only grains and paddy seeds were available. So
okay,
I contact to IIBR Varanasi.
okay, okay,
There I
okay.
find, sir, one
Mm,
last question I need to ask you, sir. Which
okay.
to the natural mulching, then it will be workable according to you.
Yeah, natural mulching will also work. Only thing that you have to see that there is a minimum insect and pest attack. That
Okay.
is one of the problem which is there. Otherwise, it is wonderful. Problem is only that, yeah, because the, termite as well as, pest
Hmm.
occurrence, this happens.
Yes, sir. Termite
That is
problem kindly happen.
that is a problem. And
Actually,
once
because
it is coming in,
I want
because this mulching is coming in contact, please wait. Because
sorry, sir.
mulching material, it is coming in contact with your fruits. So
Hmm.
this is a problem.
Okay. Okay, sir. Actually, because of eco-friendly, I am trying. I am thinking about it.
Okay, okay, okay. It's a good. I do encourage, I don't say that you go for plastic. It is
Yes,
better
sir.
we should do. So try to find out the way that this problem of the insect and pest attack, which is normally it occurs.
Okay. So I noted your mail ID, what you provided to, I think, Lucky ji or Ramlinga ji.
No,
I will contact you, so definitely.
sure. Whatever possible, I will.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Dr. Rajendra, are you there online?
Yes, sir. I'm here, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, participants, if you have any questions, you can contact sir. Sir has already given the email ID. He has shared with all of us. Thank you, Professor K.M. Tewari, sir, for sharing a very excellent knowledge related to the micro irrigation as well as protected cultivation. You have connected all our participants with the different parts of the country like Coimbatore and Jabalpur and all. I hope the participants will be in touch with them and they can get more knowledge related to these particular aspects. Thank you once again, sir, for accepting for delivering a lecture in ABIC training session. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Namaskar.
Thank you.
Namaskar.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.